treasure talk this morning, and I'm going to tell, guess what arrived? So I know I went into our treasure tribe group yesterday and I said, I have a box that's just arrived. I'm going to unbox it later today. Well, then my husband came home and he said, oh, I see we got Macy's delivery. Do you want me to ship this to her tomorrow? I'm like, Macy's delivery? That's my delivery. I went and looked at the box. It was Macy's delivery. It was not my delivery. So guess what arrived literally 5 minutes ago? Like 5 minutes ago, something really exciting arrived. So we're going to unbox that in just a bit because we're bringing Gucci back for one more 2-week period. And I can't wait to share more with you guys about that and actually unveil the Gucci that we will be giving away in September. But before I go into anything, I want to welcome all of you here today. We have some guests joining us today. This is the first time that we have ever opened up our weekly treasure talk that we do on Mondays, which is our weekly greater team training that we offer every Monday at noon Central. We've decided to open this up to guests today. And so if you are a guest, number one, if you are a guest and you want to throw in the chat box that you are a guest, please introduce yourself. Just say, hey, I'm here, a guest of Tanya, or a guest of Liz, or a guest of Tamara, whoever you're a guest of. We would love to welcome you and see your name. And I will tell you, all guests that intro themselves and put in the chat box who they are a guest of, we are going to put you in a drawing, okay, for our Northern Lights impression bracelet. All right. Now, I may be making some of our stylists here a little mad because I'm not offering this to the stylists today. I'm offering this to our guests, but this is one of my favorite impression bracelets that we offer. I think it is so perfect as we're walking into fall. And what I'm going to do is, Sarah Clement, you're actually on deck. I didn't ask you to do this before, but give the guests a few minutes to intro themselves. I'm asking you to pick a name or jot the names down so that we can do a drawing and pick one winner. Okay, so to get entered, you're going to put in the chat that you are a guest and what stylist you're a guest of. If you are a guest here and you were like, I'm just going to say it, in the witness protection program, you don't want anybody to know that you're here today. You are just here confidentially learning more. You don't want to out yourself. Like, that's totally fine. We're happy that you're here and no worries on that end. All right. But anyway, we've got a lot to talk about today. So welcome. We're honored that you guys are here. My name is Tish Mefford. I live in the Dallas, Texas area. I have been with Park Lane for 3.5 years. And prior to that, I was with another direct selling network marketing company, also selling jewelry for 10 years. And while I won't get into my long story, which I do think is interesting because each and every one of us have a very interesting story as to how we found ourselves here. What I will tell you is what's interesting is right now we have the hurricane that has hit the Louisiana coast. My heart and prayers are going out to all of our Louisiana girls. We have a lot of team members in the state. So I just want to say a big shout out. I hope you girls are doing well. I hope you're doing okay. I hope you have power. Having lived on the coast for 7 years and lived through 2 hurricanes on the Gulf Coast in Galveston, I know all too well what it's all about. So prayers to all of you. But this is what's interesting. When I got into the business back in the fall of 2008, what led me to this profession was that I was a small business owner at the time. We had a bad economy. Okay. Any of this sound familiar? And then we had a natural disaster hit the Texas Gulf Coast, and that was Hurricane Ike. I lived in Houston at the time. Yes, we were an hour from the coast, but Houston was devastated from that hurricane, as were a lot of other areas. And it had a very detrimental impact on the Houston market. And my small business at the time went down the tubes as a result of that. And it was in a split moment that I learned a little bit about a company that was selling jewelry. And I was like, I am one of those people. I'm not going to sit on the sidelines and worry about how are we going to get through these really tough times. I am one of those that's like, I got to find a solution. I'm a problem solver. I'm the oldest of three girls. My other two sisters actually do this business with me, and I'm a serious problem solver. So I went into like problem solving mode. Like, I'm not going to sit and be anxious. Like, that's going to make me more stressed. I'm going to figure out a way where I could supplement my income until my business picks back up. That was my short-term goal. And I decided, I think I can sell jewelry. I mean, I've never sold jewelry before. I don't really wear a lot of jewelry, but like, it can't be that hard. And so I jumped in, I started selling jewelry, and honestly, the rest is history. I fell in love with everything this profession represents, everything that it offers a working mom. And I ended up closing my small business and building an incredible business, a beautiful life, and opening up a whole lot of doors and opportunities that our family would never have had otherwise. I'm so eternally grateful to this profession for that reason. 3.5 years ago, I partnered with Park Lane. I left the first company that I had been with. I partnered with Park Lane. And again, that would be a whole nother story with a whole lot of reasons that I won't get into right now. But this is what I will tell you. This is what I'll tell you. I fell in love with this profession, and I fell in love with helping women build businesses that they could work from home and earn significant income flexibly around their busy lives. Like, that is what I'm so incredibly passionate about. Like, for the people that know me here, they can tell you that's what lights me up. That's what gets me excited. Helping women build businesses and around their busy lives that they can work flexibly from home and earn significant income. Not because they're going to go out and buy themselves a bunch of Gucci bags. Okay. I do not personally own a Gucci bag, and I'm now about to gift a second and third Gucci bag to our treasure tribe. But what I do know that our income does, that we bring into our household, is we take that income and we redistribute it. We put it into the places and causes that are near and dear to our hearts. We use that income to create more opportunities for our children. We use that income to get our kids private schooling or special tutoring for the dyslexia they may have, which my middle son had severe dyslexia, or possibly the medical expenses that possibly are not covered by insurance. Both of my boys had sensory processing disorder and needed occupational therapy. And at the time that I walked into this industry, I was paying $1,500 a month for both my boys to go to OT cash because insurance didn't cover. And I was like, I'll go sell jewelry if I have to cover the cost so these boys can continue doing this. Like, I would have done anything. And that seemed like a simple thing to be able to do. So I love that this profession gives we as women and men a way to earn income and use it to support and impact charities that are important to us, support and impact the schools that are in our area, the churches that we play a big role in. However you want to make an impact, that's what this business and this industry can do. And so for that reason, I'm so incredibly passionate about it. And I love being able to help others see what the opportunity is if they want to take advantage of it. All right. So we have two guests this morning. Our two guests are Melissa Bracelet. I hope I just pronounced your last name correctly, Melissa, and Kristen Mcdonald. And both of their stories are very different, but I'm excited to hear and for you all to hear a little bit about both of their stories before we get into all of the exciting promotions that we have going on this month here at Park Lane and within our treasure tribe. So actually, Melissa, we're going to start with you, if that's okay. I see you.
That's fine.
Okay. Hello, Melissa. Good to see you this morning. You look beautiful as always.
Thank you, Tish, and you as well.
All right. So first question is, Melissa, share a little bit about yourself with our group today. I hear, the puppy.
The puppy. Ken, can you take the puppy? She never does that. Of course.
Of course she does. Now that you're, yeah. So share a little bit about yourself, Melissa.
Okay. So I studied education and psychology and taught for several years, and then married my husband and stopped teaching because he was in the Navy at the time and I wanted to be able to travel with him. And then we had children who, our daughter is 19 and we just dropped her off at college for her freshman year on Friday. So that's been emotional. And then we have a 14-year-old son who started 8th grade today. I have dabbled in some different direct sales companies. The longest one was a previous jewelry company in the mid 2012, around that time. I think that what I was looking for was probably sisterhood, maybe some success, something to call my own, because my husband's career has always been at the forefront. And I wanted something of my own, something that I could succeed at and feel that I belonged, and maybe even some recognition, you know. And in those 4 years, I didn't feel it. I didn't feel like it was my thing. So fast forward to 9 months ago, and I was invited to Sally Neff's Park Lane jewelry party. And joining another direct sales company was the farthest thing from my mind. My family had just moved back from Norway for my husband's job. And I had been on a really intense spiritual journey. I had gotten my yoga teacher training. I don't know if anybody knows what a Reiki practitioner certification, very woo-woo like things. And so doing another direct sales company was like, never, ever, 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 ever again. But I got invited to this jewelry party, and I was just, I don't even know what the word was. And I've been to many, like all of us, many jewelry parties, many different Facebook parties, but I was in a trance. I'm like, oh my gosh, I want in. This is different. So I ordered placed a couple orders. And then I texted Sally and I said, I want to do this. So I signed up. I think it was December or end of November. And then all of a sudden I'm like, wait a minute, what am I doing here? I'm on a spiritual path. I can't sell jewelry. And so after a lot of reflecting and Sally talking to me, I discovered that it wasn't really that I wanted. Yes, I love jewelry. That was my first love. I discovered when I reflected, I was like, that's what I loved as a little girl. It wasn't yoga. It wasn't, meditating. It was jewelry. But I realized that the joy that I got from attending that Facebook party that Sally spread to me, that's what I want to do. And that's spirituality, spreading love and joy to other people. It's just another vehicle, just like teaching yoga is. So when I became firmly grounded in my why, that it wasn't just about selling jewelry, it was about spreading joy to other women and sharing the opportunity that this gives people, that I hit the ground running. And I think it was, I don't know if it was 2 or 3 months when I decided that this is it, I'm going for it. I had more success with Park Lane than I did in 4 years at another jewelry company. And it's not just because of, it's because of the people, the leaders, you, Tish, Sally, my upline, and all the other top leaders share everything. Open book, like everybody's an open book. I earned a trip. I never thought I would earn a trip. Ever, 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 ever. I thought that was only for people at the very top. But at Park Lane, everybody gives you the tools to do what they are doing. So you can be at the top too. So I promoted to area leader in 2 months, earned a trip, and earned a spot in the Mercedes car program. And I think I'm still in shock from that. And then something in my world kind of got rocked. So that happened all that happened before the end of March. And in March, my family and I were in Disney World, and I got a call saying that I had breast cancer. So I think Sally was one of the, after I talked to my doctor and my family, I called Sally and I told her, and I said, you know what, I'm just going to work through this. And then I had to, by the way, I'm perfectly fine, disease free. It was stage 0. Thank God. I had to have surgery, and it ended up that I didn't end up wanting to work. And I was really scared what that was going to do for my business. I needed time to heal. So I've been a part of Park Lane for 9 months, and I took 4 months off. I decided to come back a few weeks ago and had my second best month ever. And that, to me, just showed me that because of the programs, the customer sale, the hostess program, because we have the tools right at our fingertips, the trainings are always there. If I show up, my people show up, my leaders are always showing up, and anything is possible. Mm-hmm. And everybody is so loving. Everybody wants to see you succeed. There's no competition. And the messages, Tish, you always sent me little messages. Sally sent me flowers. My pacing partners checked in on me during the time I was away. It's not like a company, it's a family. And I know you were supposed to ask me questions, but
Hey, Tish,
Oh!
Sally, this is Ken Braithwaite. I'm Melissa's trophy husband, and I couldn't be more proud of her. Today is our 24th wedding anniversary. And I am just incredibly proud of my beautiful wife. And I just surprised her because she didn't know that I did this, but these are like the kind of cool flowers that you all give everybody. So I wanted to make sure that my lovely, beautiful bride, who I love with all my heart and soul, who's had such a traumatic year, and you all have been the bright spot. God bless you. We love Park Lane.
Oh, thank you so much. Girls. We love your wife. We love her, and we love you too. You're like part of our team.
Gosh, oh my gosh, you guys. See, he knows Park Lane has been a game changer for me. A place where I feel like I've met friends and I feel like I belong. And I'm just thank you.
Melissa, I'm so proud of you. And I'm like having to hold it together here because really, I just want to like have a big cry fest for you and your sweet husband, who is, I mean, what an amazing man you have in your life, first of all, and happy 24th. Did he say 24th anniversary? You didn't even mention that when I said, hey, are you available tomorrow? You're like, yeah, girl, I'm available. You didn't even tell me that. So congratulations. Happy anniversary. I'm so happy for you. I love that you were able to take the time that you needed. It didn't matter here. Your business was here when you needed and wanted to pick it back up again. There were no issues with that. And I'll ask you, because I know we have guests here, if you had a friend that was coming to you and I was asking your opinion, I'm thinking about getting in this profession. I mean, maybe it would be with Park Lane. I mean, maybe it would just be with another company, just in general. What would be your advice that you would give a friend, a sister about, you know, what this profession, what this business has done for you in your life? And I don't even know if you need to answer because your husband literally just answered it for you, but what would be your advice?
My advice would be that it gives you, when you show up for this type of business, and I have to say, I've tried different businesses. This Park Lane is special. Everyone in the company and the family shows up for you, and your customers will show up for you, and it gives you freedom. And I know this is like a taboo thing kind of to talk about, but money. Mm-hmm. Extra money. I mean, you work the business the way you want to work it, and there's no ceiling. And I don't know, I'm just overwhelmed right now, but yeah. I think that the advice there's nothing to lose. There's only beautiful things to gain. And that would be my advice. There's nothing to do but to jump in and try. And if it's not for you, it's not for you. But I just can't imagine it not being for a lot of people.
Thank you so much. Happy
Thank
anniversary.
you, Tish.
And what a
Thank you,
beautiful
Tish.
story. And I'm so glad that you're healthy and doing so great. So
thank you. Thank you for everything.
Okay. We have another special guest, Kristen Mcdonald, who's here with us today. Miss Kristen, are you there?
I am here.
This is a hard one to follow. I'm just going to say.
I know. I feel like, oh my God, I have to go
like,
now.
Cue the husband. Can you bring me a martini or something?
You might have to. No, he's got my little one, so I can actually talk and not feel stressed out.
Yeah, awesome. Well, welcome. Tell the group a little bit about your history, your life, who you are.
Sure. So I live in Saratoga Springs, New York. I have a almost 5-year-old son. I live here with my husband and my son, and we just moved here about 2 years ago. We don't know a lot of people here. Getting there, but basically COVID hit right after that. But kind of back to 2017, I left my Wall Street career. I was on Wall Street for about, almost 10 years. Did really well, made great money, but then you have babies a baby, that was enough for me. And I just couldn't really, I was doing really well. It was hard. I walked away from multiple 6-figure salary. People were like, you're crazy. But at the same time, doing both is very difficult, especially commuting into Manhattan every day. And I just didn't think I could be a good mom at the same time. And, I think when I did make that transition, I said, it's not always about the money, but I think after I had a baby, I'm like, for me, like that was really what I worked hard for, in my life, was to earn that income and be successful in my career. And a huge piece of me was like kind of just taken away really quick. Right. And that's the one thing that I think we're not prepared for when we have kids. It's like your life does a 180 really fast. Things change really fast. So shortly after that, I was involved with another network marketing company. It was really like my first, I guess you'd say, dabbling in the direct sales model. And, I did well there, but COVID hit. I was there last year and COVID hit, and I was still working like a small corporate job. And then, your kid's at home with you and your husband's at home with you and everyone's working at home. And I was just like, I can't continue doing a corporate job. Like, it's just not going to work with COVID. And then your kids go to school, and who's going to pick them up at school? Who's going to drop them off? Like, I guess one person has to be more available for the child. Right. So I said, you know what, I'm going to quit, and I'm just going to really work. This is with the other company I was at. I am going to work full-time at that company and build it into my full-time income. Literally the day after I resigned from my corporate job, the company I was at came to us and said, we're cutting the comp plan and you no longer have a team. So I kind of was like, I got stabbed in the heart. I was like, I just literally quit my job to work this full-time. So didn't freak out because I have a very optimistic attitude. So I said, I'll figure this out. And, I think it was like a couple months where I started to be like, wow, like I'm not making any money. Like my paychecks are terrible. So a friend recommended Park Lane to me. She invited me to her party, and I just was intrigued with the direct appoint program. And when I kind of dug into it, I said, I'd be silly to not layer, first of all, jewelry in with clothing. It's pretty easy to do that. Why wouldn't I just give this a try if I can come in at 45% commission? Like, it's worth a shot, with the goal of I need to replace $2,000 in income a month, because that's what I lost. Okay. So I guess in my mind, I was successful at that other company, but when I came into Park Lane and was like seeing that the comp plan was better, like it's super simple. Like we are bonused, depending on what level you're at. For me, I'm bonused weekly and monthly. And that for me was huge. So when I started to see the opportunity, I just said, I just need to just kind of take this more seriously. So fast forward, I don't want to bore everyone with my story. Fast forward, as you can tell, I quit that company back in March because it just didn't make any sense anymore. I just was having so much success at Park Lane. I earned my Mercedes on Thanksgiving. I was looking at my numbers and I'm like making mashed potatoes and I'm like, oh my God, I'm like $200 away from earning my Mercedes. So that, like, it just happened so quickly. Like I joined in October and in 6 weeks I earned a car, I earned a trip. Like I could have never imagined that this would happen anywhere else. So for me, it's just a really special place. I love that everything's simple. You can bring on new team members, and a lot of the stuff that you had to do for your team before is kind of just done by the larger team. And it helps you, because I'm a busy mom. Some people, their kids are off in college, so they have more. So it just doesn't matter what stage in your life it is. You can, make this work. So I don't know. Do you want to ask me questions?
I have a question based on one of the things you said. So you were saying, you ended up leaving your other company because it just didn't make sense anymore. I remember having a conversation with you before you decided to do that, because in the beginning you were doing both, and you did both for a bit. Mm-hmm. And now it's interesting to see how you were like, it just didn't make sense anymore. But at the time, you were so torn, because even though financially it wasn't making sense anymore, you had a huge love there. Like, talk about that for a moment, because you were like, I love my team. This is where I've learned the business. I'm a founding leader. Like, it was emotionally hard for you to make that decision. But I think your husband kind of helped you see, like, the bigger picture.
And he does. And I think you have to, when you start to take things and you start putting them take ourselves out of the network marketing space, because honestly, like, people are so emotional over this profession, like everything they take so personally, which is good, but you also have to kind of take the personal out of it. Sometimes it is good to have passion. It is good to, share with your heart, but at the same time, think with your head, because yes, that was the only thing I knew. And I had done really well there. In retrospect, I don't really know if that was success to me, like, because that the definition of that changed. Like, I need to bring in, like, I'll be honest, my goal is 6 figures by December. Like, I need to do that for me, because that piece of me was lost when I became a mom. Like, I left that behind. That is important to me. So I just kind of tried to relate it to corporate America. My husband said what they did, whether or not it was, they were kind of forced into it because financially they weren't able to pay us anymore. You still love the brand, but at the same time, you have to do what's right for your family and what's right for you. Like, I don't want to work for free. So if I'm making in 1 week what I was making in 1 month, like, it just doesn't make any sense anymore. So I think when we take things out of, we have to put them into the life of, like, in corporate America, right? There's other opportunities out there for you, and relate it to something else in your life. For me, the biggest decision of my corporate career was when I took a call on my desk from a recruiter. And I was doing amazing at the job I was at, but I had to listen because it was an opportunity of a lifetime. And it ended up that because I took that call, my company went bankrupt 2 days after I signed a guarantee and got out of all my stock. The stock plummeted. So basically what I'm saying to you is sometimes you just have to know that, yes, I still am drawn to that, and it's going to be hard. It's not going to be easy, but there are things that are just sometimes more important. For me, it was, I needed to step up to the plate and earn money for my family. I need to make a salary out of this, a career out of it. So, but I love that about Park Lane. Like, you have someone new coming in. What is your goal? If your goal is $500 a month, we will put a plan together for that. Now, if your goal is to make 6 figures, like, you're going to have to do this, right? So I love that you can kind of scale it whatever way you want.
Such a beautiful story, Kristen. I'm so proud of you. And what's been even more amazing, and I know you feel this way, which is why you're so passionate about the opportunity here. It's not just you having success. You've brought on some team members that are earning trips, earning cars.
And just one thing I wanted to mention, because I do know that some people might be listening to this specifically connected to me. It's just, you hear stories about people like, I promoted at my last company and I got, congratulations. Oh, go earn it back this month. Or I have to do this by the end of the month, or I lose my career title. I hit my career title, but I haven't been paid at it in a year. Like, there is none of that here. And that's the one thing I loved about it. It's like, you're coming in at the level you deserve, and then there's no fighting for that every month, right? And kind of like what Melissa said, she was able to take 4 months off. Like, if you did that at another company, like, you're not getting, like, even if she was bringing in some sales here and there, because, you have that residual, those people that just order, she might not be getting paid the commission that she should be getting paid because she's not hitting her pay level that month or whatever. So that's stressful. So I think when a lot of people came here on my team, they were like, wow, this is so different. Like, I'm not freaking out every month, you know, that I'm not going to, you know, get my paid as title again.
Yeah. Your point is, Melissa, no matter what happened, and even if a customer decided she wanted to shop and support her during that 4-month period, just because she loves the person, she was still earning her 40% commission on anything that happened. Yeah. Very good point.
And that's important, you know?
Yeah. She wasn't losing a career title or anything like that. Yeah. Oh, incredible. Well, this is why I wanted our tribe to hear both of your stories as well as our guests, because as we're coming out of summer, some choose to take the summer off because, you know, littles are at home, traveling, whatever it may be. And I love that Melissa shared in her first month back after taking 4 months off, she had her second best month or best month ever. Either way, it's incredible that you were able to do that in such a short period of time. So thank you, Melissa. And I wanted you guys to hear Kristen's story because Kristen she threw it out there. I didn't even have to say it. She has a goal of earning 6 figures by the end of the year. She will have accomplished this in her first year at Park Lane. And we have many that are doing what Kristen is doing. And, you know, I know from experience that there are people that will work years to get to that in this profession with other companies out there. And it is really unique and different here. And that is one of the reasons why you've been able to do that while caring for your son who's been at home with you the whole time.
He goes back next week.
So thank you both. Beautiful stories. I love that you shared them. I so appreciate it. And thank you. And if you guys have questions questions for them, throw them in the chat box and maybe they can answer them because I want us to keep moving and get into all the promotions that we have going on this month. So thank you both for sharing. Thank you, Kristen. So proud of both of y'all. Okay. Now let's talk September promotions because I don't want us to not get through that information. And then I've got a little bit of a surprise. And then we're going to announce our Gucci winners. All right. So as you guys know, for those of you that are new, each and every month, as we close out one month and walk into the next month, we have what's called our Style Boss News that is uploaded in our field interface. You can print it out. I print it out every month. It has everything going on for the entire month. So I encourage you to do that. If you have not yet done that, let's walk through. And if you don't have a pen and paper, grab a piece of paper so that you can write down all the promotions. I just want to make sure everybody's crystal clear on all the exciting things happening. So first up is Mission Possible. All right. Mission Possible is a September promotion that is geared around encouraging and supporting any and all that want to work towards promoting up to the next level, starting at our first level, which is branch director. And the way that promotion is working is anybody, hold on, let me just do something really quickly. Sorry. Speaker view. Let me, hold on. Hang tight just a second. Okay, all right. So anyone that promotes up to branch or above, not only will they be gifted the Diamond Dash necklace, but also their active sponsor who has been supporting them in that promotion will also receive the Diamond Dash necklace. For those of you that haven't seen the Diamond Dash necklace, I don't have one to show you all. We have posted pictures. You should have received the email this morning that shows the gorgeous diamond necklace as well. It is a 1/2 carat CZ, all right? The necklace, the actual chain is dipped in real gold. I don't know if you guys heard that on the birthday bash when Scott mentioned that last week, but it is actually a different process. It is a more expensive process. They are dipping this necklace in real gold because they know that this is a necklace that all of us will be wearing all the time. Then all that promote or have a team member that promotes up a level will be invited to a masterclass that's happening in October virtually with our CEO, Scott Levine. For those of you that know him, every time the man talks, I learn so much from him. His wisdom is incredible. One of the best I've ever been able to learn from in this industry. And on that masterclass Zoom, they're going to pick 3 winners And those 3 winners are going to actually receive their Diamond Dash necklace with an actual diamond, half carat diamond in the setting, not a cubic zirconia. Okay. So that's exciting. And we are going to be helping and supporting this very simple effort all month long to help all of you either promote up a level or help a brand new fashion director that's recently joined you promote up to that first level of branch director. All right. So that's the first thing. The second promotion going on this month is our limited edition turquoise impression bracelet. All right. So let's talk about this for a moment. Clearly, we discovered in August that we loved working towards submitting or selling $1,500 and netting on sales within a 2-week period and being gifted with a gorgeous impression bracelet. Because when we did it the first half of the month, we had record number of people achieve this. We had one of our best weeks in company history and in Treasure Tribe history when we did this. And if you earned the, and I have it right here actually. If you earned this lavender impression bracelet the first 2 weeks of August, pop it in the chat box. And I want to hear from you guys. If you earned it, let us know you did so we can celebrate you. How did it feel to receive this in the mail? How fun was that? And if this is the most that you had ever submitted over a 2-week period, which is essentially doing 1 to 2 to 3 parties in that 2-week period of time, honestly, 1 to 2 parties, I would say, in that 2-week period of time. If that's the most that you've ever sold in a 2-week period of time, how did that feel? With that extra income that you earned, how did that feel? Pop in the comments how it felt to possibly achieve a higher level than what you had before, because I'm so incredibly proud of all of you guys. And clearly we loved it so much that then they offered the second promotion for the second half of the month, which was submit $1,000 and we all got the gorgeous birthday bash jewelry. Submit $2,000, we got the gorgeous jewelry. I brought in the Gucci contest one more time, where if you submitted $1,500 the second half of the month, you get entered to win one of the 2 Gucci's that I'll be announcing at the end of this call. So I love that they recognize we love working for small carats that are very attainable. And almost all of us are willing and happy to go out and do 1 or 2 parties the first couple of weeks of the month online, virtually, or do a couple of things in our VIP groups in order to attain those sales. So all that do it the first 2 weeks of September will receive the turquoise impression bracelet. Sarah Thomason, are you here? Do you have that bracelet to show everybody?
I'm here.
Yes, will you show everybody the bracelet?
Okay, I'm trying my best to get this in lighting. So you're just gonna have to tell me if you can see it.
Yes.
Good. It's really, really pretty. So it is a true turquoise. If your customers are asking you, it is not blue. It is like true turquoise. It is stunning.
It's so stunning. And the pictures that you took are gorgeous, Sarah. So I wanted Sarah to show everybody so you guys could see it in person. She was sent this bracelet so that she could take pictures for us to have for all of our marketing and everything. So I wanted you guys to see it. And of course, when they were, thank you, Sarah, when they were announcing this on the birthday bash, you guys, you know what I did? I literally immediately started Googling turquoise designer handbags, because I was like, you guys love doing this so much in August. Let's just carry it over 1 more month. We're bringing Gucci back. So the Gucci bag just arrived, and I'm literally going to open this right now while I have you guys. I hate that I'm opening it, because whoever receives it, it will have already been opened, but I'm not going to use it. I promise you guys, I will not use it. But okay, this bag, I am so excited. So everybody that submits $1,500 the first 2 weeks of September, you will get 1 entry into this Gucci giveaway, 1 entry. And then just like August, each additional 500 in sales you do above that, you will get a 2nd or 3rd or 4th or 5th or 6th entry. And some of y'all were crazy and got like 10 entries. Okay. All right. So here's the bag. I'm opening it up right now. Look at this. Look how gorgeous this bag is, friends. Okay. I just want y'all to see, like, envision yourself with this beauty. I'm not going to take, I don't want to take the wrapping off the gold chain, but it's a gold chain. Look at the detail. How fun will this be for a crossbody? Here's the interior.
That is beautiful.
I mean, it is stunning. The color is stunning. All right. And we've got one lucky lady that is going to win this. Okay. And again, just to repeat, all you have to do is submit $1,500 in sales the first 2 weeks. For those of you that did it, and for our guests that are watching, pop in the comments and share with them how doable that is. Oh, let me see. I've got some people that are not muted. So hold on just a second, guys. Let me mute. I'm just going to mute all. I'm muting everybody. Sorry. You'll have to unmute yourself again in a moment if I've got you talking. All right. So anyway, that is something I want to see us even, I mean, we had record numbers do that with, we had record numbers do that in August. Guys, we could have double the amount of people do this in September. Now that kids are getting back in school, people have a little bit more time. So anyway, I'm super excited about that. Then we have our customer promotion that has been brought back. All right. So all of our customers, when they spend $90 net, they qualify for 2 bonus items. The first bonus item is any item up to $200 value that they get for $30. The second bonus item is any item up to $100 that they get for free. For those of you that took advantage of this promotion last month, pop in the comments what your customers thought about this promotion. I was blown away by how many of my customers actually literally came in and shopped the last day of the month because they were like, okay, I don't want to miss out. And they went and grabbed another free $100 item. And I loved how it opened up the opportunity for us to book so many additional parties because people wanted to take advantage of it. And hostesses wanted to share with their friends this amazing deal where they could grab an item for up to $100 for free. All right. So that is back. We also have our Perfect 10 back. And Sarah's also going to share the mauve opal impression stud earrings. She has those. And are you there, Sarah? Yeah, she's there. Okay. Oh, you have them on. Do you have them on?
Yes, I've been wearing them literally every day. So they are stunning. They're really hard to capture in a photo. I told Tish I tried in direct sunlight because they really have so many different shades. Until you get them in person, it's just hard to see how pretty they are. But I am going to tell you this. If you have anybody in your life that was an Aggie, like any school that is maroon, I've reached out to those people. They need these earrings and they're going bananas over getting these. So just something to keep in mind that they're like a purple, but they also have maroon in them. And with the football season coming up, it's a great little stud for all your Aggie wears or any other maroon school. They are beautiful.
And will you just share real quick how the Perfect 10 works for our newer stylists that haven't ever had been able to take advantage of that, or for our guests?
Sure. So the Perfect 10 is just, you can have a show open in your own name as a stylist, which is great. And then you can claim the hostess rewards for yourself. Or you can have a show open for a hostess. And once you get 10 orders, once the party has 10 orders plus, every single one of those customers and the hostess that purchased under the party will get a special email link, and they will be able to claim these earrings for just a $10 shipping and handling fee. They will have until 9. So the promotion ends on 9/8. So your style shows have to be closed by 9/8 to get the email, but Park Lane is actually giving people longer to claim these. And I believe the last day for them to access their email and claim these, they're actually giving them, I think, until the 15th. I might be a little off, but your shows have to be closed by the 8th. So 10 orders, any size, as long as your style show has at least $300 in sales. With 10 orders, they'll all get the link for these. And I'm telling you, as a stylist, you really want these.
And show your other ear with them in the so we can see it. Yeah, look how beautiful, y'all. And this is what's incredible. These earrings, with this promotion, essentially all of our customers that shop over the next 2 weeks they're not only have access to getting an item up to $100 for free, but they also have access to getting these studs, which are valued at over $60 that they're going to get for a $10 shipping fee, which is incredible. And they likely got free shipping when they would have gotten free shipping when they got placed their orders. So anyway.
Another way to sell these too, that I like selling these in my party, is if they don't want them personally, these make really great stocking stuffers. So just another idea to throw out, because Christmas is so close. Really great stocking stuffer.
Thank you, Sarah. Thank you so much for sharing. So I wanted everybody to be able to see these in person, because I've ordered mine. I just don't have them here yet. But this is the thing. And this leads me into the next category, which are the promotions for our hosts this month. I truly feel this promotion, as much as it is a customer promotion, it's actually also a host promotion, because it helps our hosts achieve 10 plus orders. And as we all know, every party that has 10 or more orders, our hosts are receiving $40 in free product for every order placed. So they're getting $400 plus in free jewelry when their friends came and shopped. And their friends are so darn excited because they've been able to get an item up to $100 for free, as well as these gorgeous studs. So anyway, there are just so many. I love how these promotions work together. One layers on top of each other to make it easier to get the booking, because you can be reaching out to your host, letting them know, oh my gosh, our perfect 10 is back. When you've got 10 friends shopping, they're all going to have access to these gorgeous studs as a gift from Park Lane, in addition to being able to grab an item up to $100 for free. And also, we've got, with regards to host promotions, we still have our thank you gift, where all hostess will have access to a thank you gift, as well as you can use the Fast 50s with your hostess as well. And those of you that are new or our guests, we have an incredible program with our that are called Fast 50. And basically, we are able to gift our hosts an extra $50 or $100 in credit. And we use that perk, I guess you could say, in many different ways. And I won't get into all the different options and ways you can use it here, but it really makes booking and tight really easy, and helping us get as many bookings as we want between now and Wednesday, September the 8th, while this promotion is happening. So anyway, those are our host promos. I won't go into any more details on that right now. And then, the Milan collection has dropped, and I have 2 of the 3 pieces here at the moment that I can show you guys. I actually have the necklace as well, that we were able to earn this collection recently back in the summer. There are earrings. There is this gorgeous bracelet. There's a beautiful, stunning necklace, as well as a ring. I have 3 of the 4 pieces. I don't yet have the ring that I earned for free from the company this summer. My necklace is in my master bathroom, which is being painted at the moment. I went in there to grab it this morning. Couldn't get into the master bathroom. Another perk of having my business is I'm getting to do an upgrade in my master bath, which I'm really excited about right now. So anyway, these are now available for our customers to purchase. They are so stunning. I love them. The necklace may be my favorite. It may be my most favorite necklace we've ever had with Park Lane, but those are now available to purchase. Also, Rich Rewards. Let's talk about Rich Rewards for a moment. Rich Rewards level 1, that deadline will be Wednesday, September the 8th. And as a reminder, everybody that submits $1,000 in sales before Wednesday, September the 8th, you will be gifted from Park Lane $250 in free product, as you are every single month of the year. And when you do this 12 months a year and you have $1,000 in sales your first 2 weeks of the month, which is essentially one party, you do that every month of the year for 12 months, you are being gifted an additional $3,000 in jewelry from Park Lane that you do not have to pay for. All right. We have an incredible program called Rich Rewards, where you can earn up to $1,100 in free product every single month. And the first level is Rich Reward level 1, and that deadline is September the 8th. For Rich Reward level 2, it is the beautiful Preston Necklace. I don't have a picture here to show you. I don't have one to show you, but you guys would have gotten it in the email, as well as we've posted pictures within our Treasure Tribe. That necklace will release next month. And every month here at Park Lane, we release new pieces, and we as stylists have the opportunity to earn those pieces for free the month before they're released. So it is one of the huge perks here. And I would love, if you're a stylist and if you earned free product in Rich Rewards in August, pop in the comments how much you earned in free jewelry in August. I want to celebrate you guys. It is one of my most favorite perks here at Park Lane. I love that most of the jewelry that we get for free. We do not have to purchase, and it allows us to be able to do all the fun things that we do with our Facebook parties, which is do fun giveaways and things like that. All of those come and are funded through our Rich Reward program. So that's Rich Rewards. All right, we've got a few more days left for our August Sparkle Box. You guys don't forget about that. A few more days on August Sparkle Box, and then we will have the September box. And August has been my favorite thus far. I've sold more August Sparkle Box subscriptions this month than any other month. I love Buttercup. So just wanted to highlight that. And now let me see how we're doing on time. Okay, we've got a few minutes left. I've got 2 giveaways to give. Real quick, I want to share with you guys, I've just gone through all those promotions, and I know it's a lot. It's a lot of exciting things that we can earn, that we can achieve, that we can do this month. And when I did our coffee chat with my smaller group on Thursday, one of the things that I talked about was when you make the decision, when you truly make the decision that you were going to do things differently, that you're like, okay, I am ready. I am here. I am inspired by the stories. I've been scared to go for, this really big thing. I've been scared to say out loud, like, I would love to be able to be a Mercedes car earner. I would love to be able to earn the trip, or I would love to be able to make this my next chapter, my new career, and be able to walk away from a job that maybe isn't working for me and my family anymore. When you decide to make that decision, everything changes. Okay. And if you haven't been there yet in your business where everything changes, maybe you haven't made that decision yet, and that's totally fine. But I know that the minute you make that decision, everything changes. Your life changes, your business changes, your income changes, your confidence changes, your outlook changes. I know everything changes. And I have a video I want to share with you guys really quickly. Some of you may be familiar with Mel Robbins. If you love Mel Robbins, pop it in the comments. I love her. She's awesome. I have a video I want to share with you all now. Okay, I think I have it pulled up. Hopefully, hang tight. I had it. So let's see if we've got it. All right, I've got it here. Let me expand the screen. Can you guys see my screen? Hopefully, yes. Okay.
I'm going to make a bold.
Dr. Gandry.
Oh, geez. Hold on, guys.
Better? Kale or spinach?
Hold on a minute. What did I just do?
More bitter, more.
Oh, this is not, hold on. This is not my video. Hold on a minute. Of course, this is what's happened. Oh, geez. Hold on. You cannot make this up. Okay, hold on a minute. I literally had her video. Okay, here we go. I had it pulled up. This is it. All right, this is it.
We all bought into this lie that you got to feel ready in order to change.
Yeah.
That at some point, you're going to have the courage. At some point, you're going to have the confidence. It's complete garbage. And so there are so many people in the world, and you may be watching this right now, and you have these incredible ideas, and what you think is missing is motivation. And that's not true, because the way that our minds are wired and the fact about human beings is that we are not designed to do things that are uncomfortable or scary or difficult. Our brains are designed to protect us from those things because our brains are trying to keep us alive. And in order to change, in order to build a business, in order to be the best parent, the best spouse, to do all those things that you know you want to do with your life, with your work, with your dreams, you're going to have to do things that are difficult, uncertain, or scary, which sets up this problem for all of us. You're never going to feel like it. Motivation's garbage. You only feel motivated to do the things that are easy, right? Oh, I know exactly why that is. I've studied this so much because for me, one of the hardest things to figure out was why is it so hard to do the little things that would improve my life? And what I've come to realize, and what we'll talk a lot about today, is that the way that our minds are designed is our minds are designed to stop you at all costs from doing anything that might hurt you. This all happens is it all starts with something super subtle that none of us ever catch. And that is with this habit that all of us have that nobody's talking about. We all have a habit of hesitating. We have an idea, you're sitting in a meeting, you have this incredible idea, and instead of just, saying it, you stop and you hesitate. Now, what none of us realize is that when you hesitate, just that moment, that micro moment, that small hesitation, it sends a stress signal to your brain. It wakes your brain up, and your brain all of a sudden goes, oh, wait a minute. Why is he hesitating? He didn't hesitate when he put on his killer spiky sneakers. He didn't hesitate with the really cool track pants. He didn't hesitate with the NASA t-shirt. Now he's hesitating to talk. Something must be up. So then your brain goes to work to protect you. It has a million different ways to protect you. One of them is called the spotlight effect. It's a known phenomenon where your brain magnifies risk. Why? To pull you away from something that it perceives to be a problem. And so you can truly trace every single problem or complaint in your life to silence and hesitation. Those are decisions. And what I do and what's changed my life is waking up and realizing that motivation's garbage. I'm never going to feel like doing the things that are tough or difficult or uncertain or scary or new. So I need to stop waiting until I feel like it. And number two, I am one decision away from a totally different marriage, a totally different life, a totally different job, a totally different income, a totally different relationship with my kids. Not like one decision, I'm divorcing you in the marriage example, but one decision on, you could be having a conversation with your spouse and you feel your emotions rise up, and within a tiny window, those emotions can take over and can impact how your marriage goes. Or you can learn how to take control of that micro moment and make a decision to act in a way that actually shifts your marriage. Your life comes down to your decisions. And if you change your decisions, you will change everything.
Okay. Am I back? I'm back. Okay. I truly believe that. And it's why I wanted to just quickly show that video. I know when I made the decision and I made a big right turn 14 years ago to enter into the space to just reach for a short-term goal that I needed in a tough time in the, back in 2008, that one decision truly changed my life. And I know that when I made another right turn and I decided to partner with Park Lane 3.5 years ago, even though I was fearful and all the things that every one of us feel, it was that one decision that truly changed my life. And I just want each and every one of you to know that I feel we are so blessed here because we have everything that we need from the company to go out and do whatever we want to do with our business. And you guys have everything that you need from our Greater Treasure Tribe to give you all the tools that you need to go out and do whatever you want to do with this business this fall. And we're walking into our best selling season of the year, where many companies will do 70% of their sales like in 1 quarter of the year, which is crazy. And I'm very thankful and grateful here at Park Lane that our company gives us so many promotions where that we don't have such a far extreme with regards to that. But I do know the opportunity is huge in the fall because people are buying not only for themselves, but they're buying for others as well. And I just want each and every one of you guys to know that if you have been holding yourself back because you've been fearful or things have been going on in your life or whatever that may be, but now you're ready to take it to the next level. You're ready to be extra. You're ready for more, and we've continued to show you example after example after example that anything is possible here. And we're going to help and support you do whatever you want to do as quickly as you can. So with that, I'm not going to take any more time. We are going to announce the 2 Gucci giveaways. So the first box that I have are for our fashion directors, branch directors, and area leaders. I don't have the Gucci here to show you guys because I found out from Gucci that once you purchase, there's only a 2-week window for exchanging. You guys know you're going to be able to pick the color of the bag that you want. We've selected the bag. You're going to pick the color, and there is at least 4 colors. There may be 5 colors. All right, so we've got all these boxes or all these names in the sparkle box, one of our sparkle boxes. And I am going to, I'm not going to pull actually, I don't think my husband's here, so I can't. I'm pulling one name. I'm making sure I just have one name. Okay, I've got one name pulled, and the winner is Natasha Acevedo. Natasha Acevedo. I don't know who's most excited about Natasha winning this bag. I don't know if it's Natasha or her upline, but Natasha, huge congrats. I hope you're on here. I'm not sure that you are, but you are the winner, girl, of this gorgeous bag that I do not even have. I'm buying one for you, and I don't even have one. Just saying, okay? All right, we've got one more giveaway we're going to do, and this was for our division, senior division, sales VP, company VP category. And you guys can't hear, but like I'm telling you, there were so many entries. It's crazy town. And my husband and I had to cut up all these names. That took a while. Like, it's like crazy. You can't see. I mean, there's crazy numbers of entries here. So I am mixing. I'm pulling one name out, one name. I'm like, this is like serious pressure here. Oh God, the winner of the Gucci giveaway is Miss Sally Neff. Sally Neff, you have just won yourself, my friend, a beautiful Gucci. You get to choose.
I am dying. I'm dying. Oh my gosh, I am dying. I've got these designers at my house right now, and I'm like, you all have to be on this call. Oh my gosh, I'm dead. Oh my gosh. Ah!
Yeah. Huge congrats, Sally. Huge congrats. So anyway, guys, clearly one of my love languages is gifting really incredible things that maybe we would just not go out and buy ourselves. And I know that it's not needed that we do this next giveaway for the first half of September because there are so many promotions at our fingertips right now. I just decided I wanted to do it because I love you guys, and why not, right? Why not? I'm going extra, and I want to inspire and all of you to go extra as well. So
wait, Tish.
Yes.
I have to draw for the guest for the Northern Lights.
Yes. Okay. We've got the winner. Yes.
Yes. I've been writing everybody. So don't worry. I've been paying attention to the chat. So you have not been forgotten. Got quite a few names in here. And the winner. Oh, there's 2 of them. They're connected, you guys. Okay. I don't know who it is. All right. The winner is Marty, guest of Esmeralda. That's what was written in there.
Marty, congratulations, Marty.
Congratulations.
So Esmeralda, please get with Marty, get her shipping address and send it to me so I can send this bracelet to her. So thank you so much. Thank you, Sarah, for doing that. I'm sorry I put you on the spot last minute to do it, but I appreciate it. All right, guys. Thank you all so much. We've gone a few minutes over 1. We typically don't do that. I apologize, but I hope this was helpful and enjoyable for our guests. Thank you guys. If you guys would like us to open it up again, if you loved the idea of doing this and you'd like for us to open it up again another time, let us know and we will look into doing that. But I am grateful to all of you. Congrats, Tribe, on an incredible August. I'm excited about September. And thank you again, Kristen and Melissa, for sharing your stories today. So bye, everybody. See you guys later.